Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. It's getting noisy here in Boston. We're at the home of the Celtics. And so off the tip, it's Boston. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. J.R. Smith and Melo filling out the perimeter. Stoudemire out there with Dallenberg. And it's Calderon in at the one spot. That's good. Sullinger's got the first points up on the board here for the Celtics.
Looked like the defense kind of backed off him, and he took advantage.
Rajon Rondo returning to action in mid-January of 2014, a little less than a year after his ACL tear. And Stevie looked pretty good.
He did. His shooting percentages were down, but, rebounding and passing as well as he ever has. Rondo, I think this year will be much more effective now that he's got some reps back on that knee.
And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to talk with Derek Fisher for a moment. Yes, Kevin, when we talked about this game, he said his concern was how to handle Rajon Rondo. He said, quote, Rondo has no problem getting to the middle of defenses and finding open teammates. We have to make him become more of a jump shooter. Let's see if they can do just that.
Thanks, Doris. And the shot is good.
And Rondo's field goal percentage dipped, but he shot a lot more three-pointers than ever before in his career. Coming off that injury, maybe not looking to drive as much as in the past. He hit that three-point shot at about 29%. I think he's got to get that mark up. If he does, then he could really be lethal.
And here is Anthony. Rajon Rondo getting it to go from deep. That's good.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Sullinger is screen on Calderon. Rondo drives in. Bradley kicks to Rondo. Pass to Green. Outside Bradley. Shot clock at 6. Back to Green. The Celtics need the basket on the assist by Green. 6 points for Rajon Rondo.
And Rondo trying to add range to his shot. Didn't stay idle while he was getting healthy. Seems he rehabbed his shot while rehabbing his knee.
Stoudemire outside. Back to Smith. New York moving the ball around. Calderon has the open look. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Celtics leading by 4. Outside for Rondo. Back to Bradley. Passes it to Green. Outside Bradley. Ring shot on the way. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound.
That's the first miss for this offense. They've hit 3 or 4 to start.
Smith against Green. Calderon kicks to Stoudemire. The dish now to Carmelo. Stoudemire, the pass to Anthony. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And it's Rondo penetrating. Bradley kicks to Rondo. From deep, Green. No luck. And New York the other way now. Here is Calderon. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Releases. And again, it's New York.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
Here's Rondo. Pass to Green. Down low. Bam.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
New York trailing. Calderon with it. Kicks it to Carmelo. Anthony right side. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Really high quality shot there. Just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
Sullinger, no good.
He's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
Well, the Celtics had a lot of problems, Clark, in a number of places last year.
Been known for being a high-scoring team in recent years, but no amount of defense could have made up for their woeful offense.
Here's Rondo after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Back to Rondo. He feeds it to Bradley. Sullinger with a screen for Bradley. Here's the three. That's good. Bradley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Now here's Calderon looking for his first basket still in this one. Smith outside. That one wide left. Celtics leading by 3. Here's Bradley. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Avery Bradley out of Texas, one of the elite perimeter defenders in the NBA. A guy who can really give you nightmares bringing the ball up the floor. 6'2", but with long arms, and he can defend both guard positions. Really pressures the ball well.
And despite his 6'2" size, it's pretty clear that offensively, Avery Bradley is not a point guard. He's worked hard on developing his ball handling, especially his left hand, but he's certainly at his best when he's playing off the ball.
And so Bradley nails both of them. And you talk about Bradley playing the 2. He's worked to put weight on, up over, what, I think, Steve, 210 pounds, you were saying?
Yeah, looks like it. He looks stronger. He's added some weight. Remember, he underwent surgery on both shoulders a couple of seasons ago, but now he's healthy. And with that strength, with that defensive awareness, with the quickness, he's got the ability to be a really good player.
Here's Bradley. The Knicks making the shot. Rondo kicks to Green. Outside Rondo. Rebounded by Anthony.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. The Celtics have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Kicks it out to Bradley. Back to Rondo. Celtics passing it around. Right side Bradley. Off the screen. There's the bucket. Good. Bradley's got 7 points in the game.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Calderon kicks to Anthony. D'Alembert sets a screen for Anthony. It's stolen by Sullinger. Calderon against Bradley. Feeds it to Rondo. Sullinger a screen on Smith. Puts up a 3. Sullinger no good. Knicks trail by 3. Smith with it. Now guarded by Bradley. Calderon has the open look. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Calderon's got his first points of the game. Boston's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. The drive by Rondo. Lays it up and banks it in.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
The Knicks have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. In low to D'Alembert. It's stolen by Sullinger. Bradley dishes to Rondo. And the wide open shot from Green. The three-pointer no good.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
Here's Smith. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Jeff Green picks one up. J.R. Smith 2 years ago, 6th man of the year, Steve, and he signed a nice multi-year extension.
Yeah, but his struggles in the playoffs were a sign of things to come. He was suspended to start last season, and knee surgery in the offseason really pushed him back in terms of conditioning and rhythm.
He misses the free throw.
And the issues for Smith just continued last season, and they were self-inflicted. You know, after untying Sean Marion's shoes during the free throw, the league warned him. And then he did it again the very next game. He drew a $50,000 fine as a result. Boy, that's a lot of cheese to give up for some buffoonery.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
And the Knicks frustrated with Smith's antics. It didn't seem like he learned from his fine. A little over a month later, he intentionally tugged down Vince Carter's headband during a game. He was asking for trouble, but the league let him slide.
Here's Prigioni. The shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Misses the chippy right there. And here's Smart. Wallace with a screen for Smart. On the wing, Thornton lets it go from deep. That is good. Thornton's got his first 3 points of the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
There's the pass to Smith. On the wing, Shumpert. He's guarded by Thornton. And Shumpert kicks to Smith. 6 to shoot. Fires it up. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Celtics leading by 4. Now here's Smart. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And again, Boston with the triple.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
The shot's good from Smith.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
Now here's Smart. It's Thornton atop the key. Dishes to Smart. He tries for 3. The shot misses. And New York will come the other way. Smith wide open. He fires. And there are the Knicks with another bucket. A minute 50 left here in the first quarter. Now Smart. The feed to Thornton. Outside Turner. 6 to shoot. Back to Thornton. His three-pointers off the mark.
Steve, they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, it's impressive, too. Clark's already gotten them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
Now here's Anthony. 8 points for him. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Jason Smith is a really good player, but he's had some tough luck with injuries recently between the torn labrum in his shoulder back in 2013 and then a knee issue last season. He's only managed to play 82 games over the last 2 years.
And Jason Smith, a valuable pick-and-pop big man who's also a strong finisher inside. Some nice versatility offensively.
I'd agree, and defensively, he's able to get off of his feet and block some shots, too, so he's a really quality big guy.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Knicks. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Well, Steve, right from the start last season, some upheaval for the New York Knicks with a front office shakeup.
Yeah, surprising move when you consider that the team was coming off a 54-win season in 2013 and the team's first second-round appearance in over a decade.
Now here's Thornton. He sinks the 11-footer. Thornton's got 5.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
Here's Shumpert. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. He kicks it to Prigioni. He dishes it to Smith. Some nice passing by New York here. From the arc. Shumpert, no good. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Celtics leading by 4. Here's Smart. Pass to Olynyk. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Hardaway against Thornton. Great D that time from Hardaway.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry. Can't say I'm surprised that one didn't fall. He can barely dunk it in the pregame layup line.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Celtics lead by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, Steve and Clark, your thoughts?
Boy, a ton of threes in that first quarter. This team really lighting it up, guys.
Yeah, it's been an onslaught from downtown.
Knicks trail by 4. On the court for the Knicks. Calderon at the 1, Hardaway Jr. at the 2. Amon Shumpert is out there with Stoudemire, and it's Smith in at the center, filling out the middle.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Celtics.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
First free throw is good.
Well, with the shakeups for the Knicks, with the coaching change and even the change in the front office during last season, you'd absolutely expect them to take on a new direction.
Sullinger's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Both free throws good from Smith. And so it's Boston with it. Outside Rondo. Passes it to Green. Back to Rondo. Wallace left side. Wallace left side. Right side Green. 6 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. That's good. Green's got his first 2 points. They had a little bit of a hiccup to get the overhaul started, but once summer was in full swing, Clark, the Knicks made a lot of changes.
Well, getting Fisher to coach and then implement the triangle was a big one, and they also made some trades to shake up a roster that many felt underachieved last year.
Here's Smith after Jeff Green's bucket. Count that one.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Boston's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Sullinger a screen on Calderon. Young sets a screen for Rondo. It's Young on the wing, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Well, that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
The Celtics making a switch here. Pass is checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Samuel Dalembert is checked in for Jason Smith. Now here's Sullinger. Here's Green. Calderon pulls it in.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
Back to Shumpert. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Rondo with it. 8 points for him. Sullinger a screen on Calderon. Green kicks to Rondo. On the wing, Green. Clock at 6. Right side, Rondo. Tries a 3. Bass passes to Rondo. Fires the 3. That doesn't go either for Green. Here's Calderon. Now the dish to Stoudemire. Hardaway kicks to Calderon. Pass to Shumpert. Calderon sets a screen for Shumpert. New York needs to get off a shot. Calderon, no good.
Well-contested shot there.
And that's the key defensively. You've got to make them work for it, challenge every shot.
And he gets it to go. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
It's stolen by Rondo. Right side, Rondo. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
New York needs to do a better job guarding against Rondo.
He has 8 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
Well, it's no secret. I mean, the more points he can come up with from out there, the better off they'll be offensively with their spacing.
Well, it's been said about Rajon Rondo that he's the smartest guy in the room and also might be the most stubborn. He's got a terrific IQ for the game, but he's opinionated. We've seen him butt heads with coaches in high school, college, and the pros, but that certainly doesn't take away from his greatness. He's a winner, a champion, and a terrific point guard.
Well, you're right. It has fueled his rise, whether it was at Kentucky, growing up in Louisville, or certainly playing with the Boston Celtics. Among some very important players, Hall of Famers like Allen and Garnett and Paul Pierce. He may have needed a little bit of that just to kind of clear the clutter and show that he could be a leader. Now here's Calderon. Out to the wing. Hardaway dishes to Stoudemire. The rebound by the Celtics. Bass has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Rondo kicks to Green.
So after Jeff Green had that strong performance in the 2013 playoffs, he was handed the keys in Boston, but while his minutes went up, his efficiency went down. Maybe he's not suited for that lead role.
And Jeff Green, you know, in the 3rd season of a big 4-year contract from the Celtics, they've certainly been big believers in his potential, and I think he's going to pay dividends on that belief.
And he makes the first. When you look at Jeff Green over his career, the 5th pick back in 2007, played big minutes for the Thunder and the Celtics.
But he's struggled to find consistency, Kevin. I mean, some nights he's great, others he disappears, and that's just sort of the mystery.
Good on both.
Well, kind of an interesting paradox for Jeff Green. He's much better offensively playing at the power forward spot as a spread 4, but defensively he's much better guarding 3s.
It's stolen by Green. Kicks it to Sullinger. He feeds it to Rondo. Sullinger a screen on Calderon. Rondo drives in. Back to Sullinger. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it up. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And Jeff Green, not a big rebounder, struggles guarding in the low block. What do you think, Clark, is his best position?
You know, it's hard for me to say, Kevin. I think he's probably just a 3/4. I think at the 4 he has a little bit more of a quickness advantage. So I would probably look to playing him at that position.
Now here is Hardaway. After Jared Sullinger's miss, count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Hardaway.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Rondo passes to Green. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Green's got 6 points in the quarter.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Dallenberg dishes to Stoudemire. New York moving the ball around. Smith kicks to Dallenberg. Outside Hardaway. Young with the steal. Here's Sullinger. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Sullinger's got the lead up to 7 now for Boston. For New York, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Calderon with it. Over to the wing. Fires the 3. And again, New York with the triple.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Boston leading by 4. Outside Rondo. Feeds to Green. Back to Rondo. The pass to Sullinger. Green against Smith. Steps back and shoots. And that one's good. 8 points for Jeff Green.
Starting to get a little momentum here after that scoreless first quarter.
And the Knicks decide to take their first timeout here.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Young. Knicks trail by 6. Calderon kicks to Stoudemire. Dishes to Smith. Shot clock at 5. With the fadeaway. The rebound by the Celtics.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Outside Rondo. Back to Bradley. And Dallenberg pulls it down. Dallenberg has got his 3rd rebound tonight. To the wing on the left. Stoudemire wide open. The baseline J off the mark. Celtics leading by 6. The feed now to Rondo. Outside Green. Bradley against Smith. Bradley kicks to Green. Here's Rondo. And makes it. Astonishing. Rondo's got 13.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today. Celtics had a rough time in the East, and a lot of it was because they just would get worn down as the game went on. Had a very difficult time after halftime, in fact.
Now here's Calderon. He's got 5. Unloads from 13. Misses off the right eye.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Green, the pass to Rondo. Green against Smith. It's stolen by Smith. And pushing it up, here's New York to stop the drought. They grab their own miss. Hardaway. He kicks it to Calderon. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Calderon's got 5 points now in the quarter. Celtics leading by 7. Boston with a 21-31 record against the rest of the conference last year, and it was because of what you said, Clark, being unable to fight back.
Yeah, they would just either run out of steam after the half or run out of options at some point later in the game. They've got to find a way to be able to sustain good play for longer periods.
The Celtics shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game, right?
The team from the free throw line.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
He's off on the first.
You know, a lot of people thought and assumed that when the Celtics traded Pierce and KG, they just took salary in return. But, you know, the guys they got proved to be valuable mentors for the youngsters on that team.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Olynyk, he's checked in for Zellinger. Wallace comes in for Brandon Bass. And Turner's subbed in for Green. That one is no good. And when you trade away stars, guys, and start a rebuilding process, it can't be understated enough that you need to have a few vets to help the process.
Yeah, I think you look at how some players played last year and, you know, their games grew. Definitely helped to have a vet or two around just to kind of help the development process.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. When former college coach Brad Stevens came in to coach the Boston Celtics, some worried that he'd have a tough time winning over headstrong point guard Rajon Rondo. But the two hit it off. Rondo said they become best friends, adding, "We talk every day. We laugh and joke. He has my full support. I'm behind him 100%. Kevin?
Rondo keeping an open mind and making himself accountable to Stevens' vision, Doris. Thanks.
You know, the more these three-pointers continue to drop, the more you can sense the frustration coming from this defense.
No question. No matter what they've thrown at him, they've not been able to take that shot away.
Now, here is Smith. He has 7. He only dishes to Hardaway. Clock at 6. Deflects the pass. It's taken away by Wallace. The 3. No good. And New York the other way now. Pass to Prigioni. He dishes it to Smith. 2 minutes to play in the quarter. And Prigioni kicks to Smith. Rebound Boston. And it's Turner off the drive. Outside for Rondo. Passes to Wallace. Fades back. It's rebounded by New York. Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game. Into Smith. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Now here's Rondo. 13 points in the game. Got his first basket.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
Knicks trail by 8. 1:04 left in the first half of the game. Smith sets the pick for Anthony. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Anthony's got 10 points in the game.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Bradley kicks to Turner for 3. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 5th rebound in this one. He only passes to Smith. Good. And now just a 4-point Celtic lead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
Now here's Rondo. Kicks it out to Bradley. 3-pointer. Outside Rondo. Outside Bradley. Rondo kicks to Turner. And here's Rondo. Here's Olynyk. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Here's Smith. The shot is off. And that does it for the first half of play. It's the Celtics up 6. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. What is foremost in your mind going up against these guys tonight?
Well, I'm just starting off attack. Wait and see what my jump shot does in the second half and try to get to that free throw line.
JR, appreciate the time as always. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.